Okay. All right.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Judge Your Mama podcast. It's your girl, Vals.
I'm Asia.
I'm Super.
I am Izzy.
And I am Beauty. And today we will be discussing why do men cheat.
Woohoo! We got time tonight. Why do men cheat, y'all? Where do we start? Right?
You think they want to impress their friends after a certain age? Do you think it ever stops? Like a certain age they get? Do you think it's an age group?
I'm gonna tell you my opinion on that. I think there is an age group. Yeah, I was about to say, like, I guess once you get older and you feel like you want to test if you still got it or not, and if you can still bag all these chicks, then whatever.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I can't rock with this chat. They making me laugh already.
For real, right? I'm not even looking at it no more. I'm trying not to.
I'm trying to
too funny.
But I said, since y'all couldn't hear me, what I said was that first of all, my name is Jada. Second of all, right? But I said that I feel like men cheat because they're trying to impress their friends. Like, you know, it's more of a cool thing when men got multiple women, you know what I'm saying? So they try to show out in front of their boys and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, that's why I feel like they do it.
And you said it stop at 30?
No, hell no. No, the hell to the no, to the no, no. Maybe 55.
55, yeah. When they on that deathbed. No, when they get done trying to impress their friends. I feel like
okay.
I feel like men cheat because they don't have self-discipline, because it's a lot of temptation in the world, and if you don't have self-discipline, like, you're gonna fall for that temptation. Like, I hear my echo. I feel like just certain situations, like if you're single, you shouldn't be going with your friends. You're single, like if you're not single, you shouldn't be going with your single friends to certain places that could cause you temptation. So that self-discipline to say, nah, I'm good. I got a wife and kids at home. Nah, I don't need to be going there. It don't mean I'm not cool. Like Jada said, it just means, I know what I'm gonna be fighting if I go see half-naked women. So they don't have self-discipline, or they think they do, and they end up falling for it anyway. So
let me ask you something on that, what you just said. Do you think that going to the strip club is cheating?
No.
Okay. Depends on what you're doing at the
strip club. I actually heard some people say that. I've heard some people say that.
If you go to the bank.
If you go to the bank.
What you're doing, because
if you go to the bank, you got to get you, baby.
Right, because you give the hard working money. But listen, I've heard some stories from like real life situations of why men go to the strip club, especially married men, and how like this is what I've heard from men. Like, there's something missing at home, especially conversation. Like someone that would sit there and listen to them talk about everything
at the strip club.
Yep.
That's true.
Strippers
a lot of times
do that, and they get paid lots of money.
Not Atlanta strip club.
There and listen to them talk. Like, so as far as that, if you're married to me and you're going to a strip club and spending like hours having conversations with a stranger that you should be having with me, that's cheating.
Yeah. It's only approval if it's a friend's birthday or something. I get it, but you're dumb anyway, because she's only talking to you for that long so you can pay more money. So
right. She don't care.
Yeah.
Like they really build real life friendships with these strippers.
Oh wow.
Now that's cheating.
It's crazy. But
that's cheating.
I don't mind a strip club. I'll go to a strip club with my man, and like I don't mind him going to a strip club, especially if I trust him.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's something else like that going on, that's a whole other level.
I think is when a man is cheating, I think he's bored. Like he's tired of the same old thing. If you go on and you in the bed, especially in the bedroom, if you fucking him the same way every night, he gonna get bored. Like if you sucking his dick the same way, he gonna get bored. If you throwing it back the same way, he gonna get bored. And he see a bitch who doing a handstand, popping the pussy, he gonna be like, you know what? Everybody can't do that. Let me see what that feel like. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't be spontaneous, you don't keep that shit hot in your bedroom, then baby, it's GG.
And that's both ways too. And any relationship is both ways. Because like shit can get die out, and I get bored easily.
Get bored.
Like, so you doing the same thing over and over again. Like, okay, next.
Y'all think
Yeah,
that's just limited to just sex or just in general, like dates and stuff like that? Because
in general.
it's not that much. It's a lot of stuff you could do when it comes to sex, but eventually y'all gonna be like,
I
we done
mean,
tried everything.
everybody,
So it just gotta
yeah.
be that love.
Now
That's
there's a
when you
lot you
start
can
going into the
do.
It
late.
seems
That's
like
when you start.
genuinely, like genuine. Oh, I can't speak. It seems like men just always. It just always revolves around sex. Anyways, that's why it's like with me. It's always when they cheat. It's sexual. It's like like they say, women cheat for emotional reasons. Like we do that to get that conversation, that want, and all that stuff. But men do it to get that just to fuck.
That excitement, right? Just for the moment.
Right.
That quick action.
Exactly.
I think men cheat because they like the idea of having a woman and not really in love with the woman. Don't want the commitment or anything like that. They just like the idea of a family, of a marriage or anything like that. So
But they ain't
they just
ready.
don't be ready.
Nope.
Yeah, I believe in
That's a
that.
good one.
Because at some point, you do become ready to settle down and not
Right.
cheat. So not all men cheat.
Right.
And they might start off cheating and be like a great man later on in life. So it's like if a man is cheating and he's continuously cheating, he's not ready.
So can
He's
you
not
trust
You
a
can't make
man
him
if
be
he
ready.
cheated on you? Like, do you think you're supposed to take a man back if he cheated on you and he won't do it again? Like, would y'all take somebody back after cheating on you?
Oh,
I can
You
honestly
would?
say I have never taken anyone back that cheated on me.
Why would you?
It would definitely take some time and for me to see growth and for me to see this man moving towards like something, building on something, a whole nother type of picture of life. It have to be reborn again, but I most definitely would. If I was in love with him.
yeah, I've done it before.
I think if I was married,
Super, you shaking your head no. What's no? What you saying no
right?
to? You ain't gonna take him back. He gone. He for the streets.
Ain't no second chances with me married or not married, because if you break that bond, baby, it's over. Like, I never trust you again. Especially nowadays, it's shit out there that a motherfucker make your coochie fall off. I ain't got time. Like, if that's what you feel like you want to do, then baby, go and enjoy yourself. I'm for the streets, you for the streets. Now we both for the streets. I see you in the streets. You know what I'm saying? But I can't take you back. I can never trust you after that. I have trust issues.
I agree.
After
Yeah,
that,
because that
give him
does
a-
cause the trust issues.
yeah, like now I
most
want to
definitely
check. I'm not into checking phones, but now I want to check your phone.
Yeah.
Now I want to see.
I don't even want to go through that. Like if I
No,
have to
that's
go
when
through
it's
that,
over.
it's
Yeah,
no
you're right.
relationship.
I've done
Like,
it before
I
as a
throw myself for
teenager.
that.
As a teenager, when I was
Yeah.
younger, but I don't think at my age now, whatever age that is, I would.
You know, you only like 20.
No, I don't. I couldn't now, right? Because I'm in a serious time in my life, and I definitely wouldn't accept that because I love myself too much to accept something like that right now.
Thanks.
Back
But do
then,
y'all
I
think
was just
cheating
like,
could be a
whatever.
genuinely mistake? Do you think like somebody cheating could be like a mistake ever? Like it was
It
really
could have been a mistake. Maybe.
How did you fall in?
Bruh.
Like I was drunk.
Like, what if
took
they were
advantage
drunk,
of me?
like really, really
No.
drunk, like, and someone took advantage? There's girls out there that's waiting and plotting.
I know, but I be drunk and I take my ass
like,
the fuck
and it
home.
happened one time and never happened again. I personally wouldn't be able to take anyone back that cheated because mentally I'm disgusted and I'm turned off. And once I'm turned off, I don't find you physically attractive at all. Like,
Not for
especially
real.
if you was a nigga, and we don't use no protection. And I feel like I don't know if you use protection
That's
with her
true.
or not. And I'm not finna, I'm not finna do my thing, and then I'm good, baby.
but there is a such thing as mistakes, like Asia said. Like,
I
it's
don't
possible
think-
you could have been too drunk. Like, he could have been drunk.
Don't nobody
Especially
follow
There goes that
me.
discipline thing because you shouldn't be in
Nobody
that
follow.
environment though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if
You know
you're
you
drunk
can't
in an
control
environment
yourself.
where you could be taken advantage of, you should have had discipline not to be there.
Asia,
in the
you're
first place.
exactly
Right.
right. You
That's
shouldn't
for
have
not
put
in
yourself in
tears.
that position where you gonna get so fucked up that you gonna even might fall in some pussy. Nah.
And that's when we end up getting mad at their homeboys. Like you knew what he was doing. Why would you let him? Why would you let him
And
do
we don't
that?
trust them now.
Nope.
We don't trust them
don't
now.
trust
Like,
them
no, you
niggas
can't
anyway.
go. You can't go out with him.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
You going out with who? Nope.
No. No. I don't even like you like that. Why he over here? Like, it'll be a problem every time. Yeah.
So why do men, when they get caught cheating, like they always claim like they kept it from you because they love you? Y'all believe that?
No, because that's where the communication goes in. Why aren't you communicating? Why, like, you should, before you cheat, like, you know how we are, women. Well, most women, we communicate like, you're not being romantic. You're not doing this. You know what I'm saying? Why can't they say that to us instead of just going out doing whatever?
That's my number one issue.
Issue as well, with them not saying anything about how they feel in the relationship.
Right.
Yeah. And then you don't say anything, and then the girl has something over you because you still posting pictures of your man, and she knows she just slept with him.
Like,
and that's just, you don't love me because I'm in the dark. So
that's embarrassing.
Baby, you gotta be embarrassed out here. Yeah.
No.
Listen,
I don't like
I don't want to be the Shirley calling Barbara situation. Don't call me, baby. Because one thing about it, I never respected a woman that confronts another woman about her man. Never respected it. Me being me, I'm not finna check this woman. Because this woman don't owe me no fucking loyalty.
Right.
Yep. My nigga, the nigga that, hey, baby, we been, hello.
Yep. I never checked a woman, but I definitely have hit her up asking questions. I ain't gonna lie.
And then that's what I'm saying. When you hit her up asking questions, you have to be nice. Don't. That's what
I do be nice. Yeah,
you can't be oh motherfucking bitch. No, like girl, what? Girl, no, he's in. What else he did? Oh, y'all went to Waffle House for real.
Well, how y'all gonna get in next time? Because his car finna be broke. I'm just
right. Right.
So I'm not around no more.
So I had this question too. Do you guys think dating is a form of commitment, or you can date multiple people at one time?
I think you should date multiple people. That's what I think you should.
Because that's dating.
I
Some people think dating. Listen, super though. Some people think dating means you can only talk to me. Some people think dating means only talk to me. If you talk to somebody else, that's not cool.
So what are the stages? The stages are: is it talking, then dating, then together, or?
It depends on where you at.
What you got to say, Super? Hold on. Go ahead, Super.
Okay. Dating and talking is two different things. Right? If I'm talking to you, it's a cordial conversation. I might flirt, whatever. But if I'm dating you, we go together. If I see, like, you can't be sliding DMs and stuff like that. But the talking stage, like, I talk a lot. I'm a big flirt. That's why I can't date right now. Because I flirt with everybody. Like, I flirt with females, males. That's just me. I have a flirty personality.
You do?
Me too.
Listen, I
flirted my way a regular conversation.
And I flirted my way into a relationship before, and I didn't like, you know what I'm saying? I was flirting too much, and it was like, and then I was like, oh shit, hold on. It went like that wasn't supposed to be what it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta have. If you're gonna be a flirter, you have to be a professional flirter. You gotta know when to stop. You gotta know when to turn the tables a little bit, because I had to learn that. You can tell when somebody's taking it a little bit too far, so you kind of gotta, be a professional with it and like make it die down a little bit, but not be too mean. So I kind of get what you mean, Super. But I do believe you can date multiple people at one time. I feel like the people who try to make you just date them, I feel like they're kind of possessive, and that's a sign. Like you're offended. You know what I'm saying?
Though half the time, those people that don't want you to date multiple people be dating multiple fucking people.
Yes.
They don't want you to date multiple people, but they got like 5 other chicks they going out on dates with. And
but
not only that,
dating,
is dating because I heard Super's definition of dating, which is
I think you should have sex with one person.
And I think my dating is like basically spending time.
Yeah.
I don't think it includes like sex yet.
No.
Like until you're committed. I think it's just going out, chilling, talking on the phone, hanging out.
So you
like,
think that
I think you should do that with multiple people.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. Now with one person.
So
That's
when
dating
you're
for me.
sex has to come with being in the committed relationship.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
Right.
For me.
Because there's
Or
such thing
if
as
I
cut
feel like it,
buddies.
I feel like
Look
it.
at Super. It's a such thing as
But
cut buddies too, though. Y'all know that.
right. You
And
get to
So
half the
cut them
time,
and whatever
he not even in the picture of your dating circle. He just over there.
happens.
mhm.
Super.
Super, where you?
Oh yeah.
Super gonna tell on herself,
Listen.
Hey, I've been single for a long time.
girl,
Me too.
girl. I guess that's why we flirt so hard. Because once you be single for so long, the flirting it's just natural
It's
at
just
this point. Because
natural.
it's like I'm free, man. I ain't been locked up for a minute, so I
Right.
feel you.
I feel like once I'm committed, it's gonna be like when I'm married.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's a certain point when you're dating someone, like you should know if this is the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with.
Mm.
Like for some people, maybe a couple of months, and for some people,
I
I mean,
think
at a certain
it doesn't
age.
seem like people look
It
into
depends.
that anymore, and that's the sad
Yeah.
part about it. They just look for the moment. It's like they don't look
I'm
at
looking at right now.
because you're like you said that was beautiful,
I
by the
looked at
way,
everything.
for the rest of your life, like because that's real. That's what it
Right.
really boils down to. But that's when men get into they cheating shit because they're not looking into this woman for the rest of your life.
Well, I can
No.
say I was thinking about this the other day because dating looks different. It's harder once you get out of school. So, what does dating look like in 2021? Because I don't think we know how to date anymore. To be honest, like we meet people on social media, we laugh. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been on like a real date in forever. But to be honest, I don't be feeling like going. I just want to, talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
kick it. So, like, what does dating look like
How can you
in
even date anybody
2021?
now? They gonna pull their mask down. You be like, you don't look this.
Same. Yeah, like how do you? Because it's
Nah,
like
there's too
I don't know.
many communication issues for people to be dating nowadays.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
are so into themselves,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be really hard.
Especially with social media, like people will put social media in front of any type of relationship. Like just for example, like they could be in a relationship and like whatever social media sees and what they think that's like what matters the most. So like they'll like for example, let's say there's a couple and they see this couple on social media doing one thing that comes first to them besides what's really happening in real life. A lot of people are not in tune with real life and what's going on in the moment, especially with social media.
It's so confusing.
And now people are doing like dating over gaming and having long distance relationship. They're not really meeting up and like face to face, hanging out. I mean, that's cool.
It's love stories from that way too, though.
Super be
Yeah,
looking
and
I just
guilty.
be too scared. I just be too scared to commit to that kind of love story. But it does happen. Some people do meet their lovers off video games.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it happens, but I just be a little bit too scared of that. But the older you get, the more open you try to be. But at the same time, it feels like dating is different because I don't want to know your favorite color. It's like you got to get straight to the point, with our age group. Like, okay, what's your career and stuff like that. But a lot of people, when you talk about that, a lot of people be like, oh, you just want me for this or that. It's just like, I really don't care about your favorite color right now. It's like, what is there to talk about when you're
Right.
dating? Like right now, I don't. It's
So let
hard
me
for me to date.
Especially, listen,
Mhm.
nowadays, dating is so hard because, especially being a strong woman, like a homeowner, or you got your own shit, or you got your own shit, and you want somebody else that got their own shit too. I don't have time to build a bed. I'm too old, baby. I got 4 kids. Like, if you ain't trying to be a stepdaddy, like,
Right. Those are the kind of questions you gotta ask.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I gotta ask, like, hey, I tell the nigga, really, yeah, baby, I got 4 children, but I got my own house. I gotta work hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I have to tell people you gotta tell people what you bring to the table, but niggas nowadays, baby, they don't got shit. A part of
No.
Mind you,
And
men
then
are supposed to be the providers, but then we're meeting halfway with them.
And not even that. Like, I feel like people in my city, guys in my city are, how can I say it, homeless.
Bitch.
She
How
said
can I say
It
it?
work out.
Straight up.
It's crazy. Like, I'd rather date somebody a long distance and go to that person versus in my city because they want to spend the night. They spend the night. They spend 2 weeks. Baby, what? Hello?
They mooching off you.
I got them
Baby,
little store.
baby, after the first week, you finna pay a half a light bill. Hello?
But when you talk about that long distance thing, can people like do long distance without cheating?
You know
It's
what?
I think it's possible. It depends on how long, though. Why would you go like a year
If
or
they
two
broke,
without
they
I need
can't
me a
take
talking?
drink.
flights
I
every
need a
week.
drink. I was in a long distance relationship. My last relationship was a relationship. And come to find out, he had two girlfriends. He had a girlfriend where he was at. He had a girlfriend in his hometown because he was stationed where he was at. And I was the gamer girlfriend, I guess, you know. But what's crazy is I could not see that. But I'm such an FBI agent. Baby, I go through your Facebook, I see this, oh, Christmas gift. You gave Christmas. And then, you know what I'm saying? I go to Instagram, you tagging her business, and I'm going, oh, so I'm the smart one.
Hmm.
They don't know about each other. I know about them. You know what I'm saying? And what can I say about that? You just gotta be careful when you do long distance relationships. But would I do it again? I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think I'm just better at flirting and just you know what I'm saying. You know, a little meet
I
and
think
greet.
long distance relationship. It just seems like it's probably fun to talk to somebody, but that's about it.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Like that, because you're
I'm
gonna want that physical,
right. I was about to say that I'm
unless
a
they pulling
affectionate type
up.
of person. I like face to face contact, doing
Yeah,
things
that's what I'm saying.
together and
Like
stuff
unless
like
they're like
that.
pulling up on a regular basis, like maybe a couple times a month or something, maybe.
Yeah,
But like if you ain't
definitely.
even pulling up or whatever, like no, fuck that shit.
Yeah, I did that before. Like I don't know, I've been a lot long distance relationship. But
Same. I've been in
I
one
met
too.
somebody where I was dating somebody in New York, and it was like once a month, and it was cool. That was cool. It was cool. Like,
It was
but
cool.
I'm too old for this shit. I'm about to be 30
Hmm.
years old. Yes. Okay, I'm too old to be having a pen pal.
A pen pal.
Polygamy.
And
Now you
that's
know
what
Pen
this
what.
sort of
So
pal.
first of all.
That's exactly what they are. Pen pal.
oh yeah, long distance would be a pen pal shit. But polygamy is far
I had a long distance
Work.
paying bills though, so
that's rare.
pen pal, pen pal paying bills. Hello.
That's look, that'll work then, but that's just somebody paying your bills. Is that really a relationship? She said it's a relationship to these bills.
For him it is.
It's a relationship to
That's all
these
you have to make for
bills.
him.
You seen him a couple pictures. He be all right. Judge your mama.
Period.
Okay, hello.
So to polygamy, I just keep thinking about that video we had watched.
Oh yeah. I almost forgot of it.
I should have had it pulled up. So thank
Hey,
you.
Oh
look.
yeah.
Well, I guess I'll go first. I believe in men having more than one wife. I also believe in women having more than one husband. I believe in that because it's what works for certain people. Sometimes it works. You get what I'm saying? For different reasons. Raising and building a stronger, and I'm just gonna say black because that's the perspective I learned it from. Black community, black young kings and queens, and just and their beliefs, whatever their household believes in, you're building more for that congregation. Also financial, three different incomes coming in at once. That's just building, a good financial stability. Also, a lot of men, and just to be honest, and I don't know if people, we're not gonna get into like religion and stuff, but a lot of men can't can't be satisfied with just one woman, and it's sad to say, but some men can't handle it. And just having that balance of two, because two different women can bring two different things to the table. If everybody's okay with it, I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people won't see that side because a lot of us women are ourselves, us. This is mine, which that is okay too. But it's if it works for them, and
Yeah.
like for some women like me, I don't like to be bothered every day. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not saying I wouldn't mind saying, okay, listen, this my week. Go ahead and chill. You know what
You
I'm saying?
take
I want
them.
to be, I'm chilling. Or this woman might cook better. This woman might bring something else to the table. It's just a package
A
deal, but it's
team.
for those particular people. And there are more women in the world than men statistically. So I feel like if it works for them, you know what I'm saying, and it's a vision at the end of it. I'm not saying when I say polygamy, I'm not saying all three of them are having sex with each other. No, I'm saying the women take turns, they have their days. I'm not saying the women are sleeping with each other and they all three having threesomes. No, I'm talking about two different households being brought together, and I feel like if it works for them, financially, mentally, emotionally, I think it's okay. Okay.
Do you think
I
that
agree with
you?
that too.
Do you think that you? Do you think you could do it?
I think I could. I think I'll be open to it when I get older because think about it. If when I get older, because I already like being by myself. Man, if you don't stop touching my thigh, I'm just gonna feel like that. Go
You
on,
gonna
get that
touch her
young girl where she
thigh?
can do the flips and tricks. I mean,
So you're
'cause
not
sometimes
a
it's just like
jealous you're
that.
not a jealous like type
Um,
person.
I think it depends on the man. Like I used to be, but the older I get, it's like I see things way more. I've been independent so long.
Yeah.
It's just like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so I don't think I will be opposed to it when I get older. Like, girl, go and cook. You know what I'm saying? Go and cook tonight because I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Type thing. I'll be able to say that. Or if you and him want to go out, you have one person watch the kids that time, the other person watch it that time, and I'm be opposed to it, but and at the same time, I'm not opposed to having a man to myself either. So
Right.
it
Whatever
just
works.
depends. It just depends.
Now, would you do a one female and two male relationship?
I
Then?
would.
Because have y'all
I
ever
would.
thought about like, damn, this person has this and this person has this? Like, I've never ran into one person that has like everything that I like in one guy. So if you find, I think that's another reason too why people choose that type of relationship too. They find like you said, Asia, they find different things in different people that I guess is beneficial to them and all of them together. So I feel like if all of them agree,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Some people go straight into that relationship. Like I've seen shows and stuff. I think there's a show on is it TLC? It's called Sister Wives, and
Yeah.
where they automatically go into their marriage and relationships knowing that that's what they
Mhm.
want. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like it's not, some people like suggest a threesome when they're bored. Like it's not like that. Like they just automatic. But I know I couldn't do it. I'm very, very selfish. But I wouldn't mind her sucking his thing. Because
You just want a threesome.
because I don't want to all the
You be like,
time.
I'm tired. You do it.
Okay, that ain't nothing wrong with that.
My thing is, if I'm gonna be in a polygamy relationship, I'm gonna be the one who's getting married.
Mhm.
You know how it's like
One
one
person's
marriage,
not
right?
married. Mhm.
Cause baby, if something go down, I need my money. I need half of it. I need to go. I don't need to be the one. Well, y'all not married, and you can't really get this. Cause they have their own houses too, and I don't really care for. I don't know. If
I'm
I
the
was in one, I had two men.
yeah.
I'd be the wife. I'd be the dominant.
So they don't always live in the same house?
No.
No.
So it depends on what perspective. So religiously, it depends on what religion you're talking about. You have to have, they can, but the man has to treat both wives equally. If you buy her a house, you have to buy the other one a house. If you buy her a car, you have to buy the other one a car. So only men who get into polygamous marriages can afford it, are the men who only can afford it. You know what I'm saying? So it's supposed to be an equal thing on both parts. Some end up living in the same house because that's what they choose to do, but it's supposed to be you buy one in the house, you buy the other one. So if you go to a country like, they do it in Africa, they do it in the Middle East. Most of the men are rich. I know if you go to Dubai, you probably see the Dubai men with all the gold and the lions or the cheetahs walking around. Most of the men who have multiple wives are rich. So if you look at a religious state, they have to be able to take care of those two women, and the women over there don't mind because it's like, you know, that's the lifestyle because you're being taken care of. The women aren't working. You know what I'm saying? And they just being taken care of.
In that aspect, I probably could if I can have my own space. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you can.
Because then I don't see it in my face so much. You know what I mean? But if we all gotta live under the same roof, I'm gonna fight somebody. Somebody gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight somebody.
No, that's not how it's supposed to be.
I don't want to see I don't want to see you rubbing her booty.
Mm-hmm.
Like do that.
Right.
As long as I can rub the booty with you,
ain't no let's kiss together. Ain't none of
Yeah,
that
like,
shit. I'm good in love.
I know let's kiss together.
Yeah, ain't no
Sounds like a
let's kiss
triangle.
together. It's no.
They come together like.
Count me out, baby. I'm good. Love.
I think in this lifetime though, I want to be just me and somebody else, and just me and whoever it is.
Do those relationships still exist though? I know it exists when like we were younger, but just the one-on-one relationship with no kind of stepping out issues, because you see all these celebrities now that you think they were the power couple or the Instagram couple, and now it's stuff coming out that they've been cheating. Do those one-on-one relationships like still exist? Like truthfully,
Yeah, they do exist.
Like,
they do exist.
I got hope.
half of those people ain't on social media. They just be minding their own fucking business, living their own little happy lives. That's really what it be going on.
Right, because the people that do be on social media, most of the time they're doing it for social media.
That's
like a lot of people, especially YouTubers and couples, a lot of them stick together just for the money,
to keep the money,
just to do it for the fame.
Because they be making me jealous as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. I be looking. I'm like, they look
so
happy.
Nah, I don't get jealous. They may look cute, but you never know what's going on.
That's true. I've definitely learned that people getting beat.
That's the most I'll say. Y'all cute together, but
y'all seen Swahili fly on the elevator? I'm just playing.
Swahili.
Oh shit!
That happened a year ago. We never knew. That happened a year ago. We never knew.
Oh, it happened a year ago.
Oh, look at Sweetie.
Right. And most people in relationships like that, they don't know. Like, people don't know what's going on outside until they really decide to let people know.
Yep, entanglement.
So I don't. Entanglement. I've seen the entanglement though. That was
Beauty. Would you do one?
Val, I didn't hear your opinion on polygamy. Yeah.
Who's?
Val, did you say your opinion on polygamy? Would you do one?
No, I did not. I agree with polygamy. If it was the case, I would be in a polygamous relationship, particularly the female male and then another female. Like for me, I don't have a problem with being around another female or having them around our man. I just see it more as a financial thing than a polygamous relationship. Does not validate cheating whatsoever. So if it's just the female, male, and female, I would just be within that thing.
What happens when you when you're in that type of relationship and he's still cheating though? Imagine like how you still cheat and you got two wives.
It depends on what perspective they're in it. You know what I'm saying? Some perspectives, like politically, rigidly, it's rules. And if you're just doing it, just to go into it, it's that. But I know some women who are sister wives personally, and they are best friends. Like the girls are best friends. I mean, and they got their man back. They're not sleeping with each other. They're not even close to being gay or anything like that. They love each other and they love him. Like if you fight her, you fighting her. They gonna take up for their family. Their kids are being raised the same. Like with the mentality, they are they all have dreads. It's a beautiful, beautiful relationship, and they all balance the financial stuff equally. And they're like sister wives, like they go shopping together. They, even if he's not there, they go on vacation together. They watch movies together. It just works for some people.
Yeah, I think that's like
my bad.
No, I think that's how it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. Like when you're in that type of relationship.
Is it bound to two? Is it just bound to two?
It depends on how the lease system I'm coming from is 4. He can have up to 4 if he can afford it.
Okay.
If he can afford it. Yeah. But we've been Americanized a little bit, because if you remember the movies that we used to see from Africa, and when they used to have different huts and just, thing in the middle, that was, men in Africa always had more than one wife. You know what I'm saying? And it was a village it takes a village to raise a child. So it's not uncommon. It's just that we are in, here. We're here. So it's not uncommon to certain people.
My thing is, do you have enough dick to go around?
Men always have that.
Because they be struggling with one person.
I'm saying, like, it's only 7 days a week. And what if one of his wives wants 3 days a week, and the other wife wants 3 days a week, and the other wife wants 3 days? It's not enough days for enough dick. And this man's stamina might be, when he come to me after he
got to support all the households. He got to work. That motherfucker got to work. So you going to work.
He got to work too?
Yeah, he got to provide for
spice and things that comes to play. Like
me, what I see, like, I can't do it. I can't do it at all. Like, and I guess it's because I have it in my mind that I can make enough money. How can I say it? I don't need you and you to be successful. So I just can't jig. I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, I cut my grass, I change my oil. I really don't even, you know what I'm saying? I just need you for support.
Right.
So I just can't get jiggy with it.
Yeah, no, thank you.
No, thank you. What about, would y'all have 2 husbands?
I said I have 2 husbands.
That's a headache. That sounds like a headache.
That sounds like a headache.
That That to me.
Not in the same house.
And we can be in the same house.
I already don't like
No, I wouldn't have two husbands.
I want that night.
Just imagine two men taking care of the house, like the bills, and then one rubbing your foot, one rubbing your back.
That's a dream.
And then what's crazy is, listen, what's crazy is low-key you'll have your favorite because one of them got, you know what I'm saying? You know,
then they
the other one probably ain't got it
What
all.
if they both right? What if they both right? Now
Yeah,
we gonna be
that is
negative.
not
Like, if I'm with you, they gonna be right, bro.
That's the whole dream.
Hey, I'll be around this bitch, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Men, I don't think men will be able to do it alone. Like men have this thing called ego and pride, bro. Imagine you saying like you spending more time with him than you spend with the other one. Like
It gotta
there's
be
a lot of
equal.
right.
Every
It has to
polygamous
be
relationship I've known, they always say it has to be equal time. No one feels love more than the other one. You can't like those relationships going in and it has to be equal. Everything has to be equal.
What
Now,
if you do end up liking one of them more than the other one?
it's gonna always be that, but you can't show it.
You can't show
What
it.
if you get pregnant and you don't know which one the baby daddy until the baby come out?
Y'all the daddy.
Wait, say that again. Oh, you talking about the two husbands?
Yeah, like what if
Wait,
they
they
both
both
like
the daddy. Y'all family together.
Yeah.
They both the daddy. It don't matter.
what if the baby like mixed sperm? I don't know. Shit like
Then
that.
she went somewhere else. I don't know.
Ooh. what if it's twins and it's like
Hold on.
Oh, what if it's twins and one belongs to one guy and the other belongs to the other
Ooh,
guy?
that's possible
Oh,
too.
shit.
Is it?
That's possible. That's
I always
possible.
thought of that.
That's
That's
possible.
crazy.
I
Yeah,
had
that's
twins.
together.
You're annoying.
They got the same daddy though.
Stupid.
Yeah, no, but I don't know. I probably couldn't do the two husbands. Like you said,
You know what?
I mean, I could, but I don't know. Like, I don't want to. Like Asia said earlier, I like to have my alone time, and if I gotta split it between two motherfuckers, like, no. So one is enough, and then he could just understand. I like my alone time. Leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta explain that to two motherfuckers. Well, you were here on Wednesday. You gotta no. Like y'all can't keep telling me what to do with my time.
Yeah, that's a headache.
But it seems dreamy when you said it like in the with the back.
Yeah,
and
the way
feet and
Asia
shit.
described that sounds like a dream. Bruh, I don't gotta do nothing. Just stay home, cook, clean.
Look at these men.
But a lot of men now know how to cook. A lot of men clean too. Boys, these men be on it. Some of them, yeah, and it mostly are the mama boys who know how to do that though. I ain't even gonna lie. Even though they have their bad tendencies, most of the mama boys be cooking for themselves or cleaning, and that's just.
And they got their own shit too. Most of them.
Nah.
If you know how to cook, most of them be having their own shit though.
The reason why they know how to do it is because they be cooking, waiting for their mama to come home from work because they live with her. Like I ain't even gonna say most of them do. The ones who got their own, the ones who had to get out the mud. You know what I'm saying? Right. Who had to leave home early. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's a give and take. I know our next topic was black love, so I'm curious, what are y'all ideal husbands? Like, what would you accept right now in your life and just give your full commitment to? What is the ideal man?
Still thinking about that.
I want a friendship. You have to have a friendship. Somebody
above 800.
I don't believe in marriage.
You don't believe in marriage?
Nothing wrong with that.
I don't believe in American marriage. I don't believe in that's what I don't believe. I believe in that commitment. I do. But I don't believe in going to the court and getting paperwork to necessarily say that I'm married. So that I do not agree with. But I as far as, ideal husband, I would say like you really, honestly, the older you get, you realize you really have to have a friendship with people. Like you really, really do. And so that has to definitely be, that takes time to build that friendship. So I definitely would want to be friends with them and, kind of similar goals, background, not necessarily backgrounds, but like even spiritual or religious beliefs. Because that can kind of set you apart too.
Right.
And great communication.
Growing up, I realized a lot of issues come where y'all were raised different. Like if one was raised with two parents and one wasn't, or one was raised with a mom and one was raised with a dad, like that comes into play because expectations. Like I ran into an issue where the dad probably made the mom do everything in the house, and some men did stuff. Some men cook, some men clean, or some men be like, "Well, my mama did this and my mom did that," and I'm like, "You still gotta clean up
Your
behind yourself,"
motherfucking
you know?
mama.
Yeah. So
I ain't
that's
your
an issue.
motherfucking mama.
So now I ask questions like, okay, how were you raised? You know, were you raised with your mom, your dad, and stuff like that? And me personally, I was never raised with two parents in the household. So I always make it known, hey, I wasn't raised like this, or I was raised like this. So it's all about compromising too. If the person
Right.
can't compromise, it ain't gonna work.
Compromising and understanding
Hmm.
each other's, and where you came from and where you at right now. Because it's never going to be perfect. Yeah, your background and your childhood does have a lot to do with your relationships and how it works out. I don't have a full description of my dream guy, but I have like what's important to me is like you're able to communicate. Like that's mostly important and honest and loyal. But honesty, loyalty, those are the main things I look for when looking for a dream guy. Everything else.
Me
Yeah.
personally, I think I am the most pickiest. I think I'm picky. I think I'm too picky sometimes because I think I'm too picky when it comes to guys, especially now. Because, like I said, like if guys ain't bringing nothing to the table, I can't do nothing for you. And I don't like necessarily say my kids are a package. Like if it's me, it's my kids. Not saying my kids' financial responsibilities is yours. No, that's not what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. Just know that if you come to my house and you step foot in my house, you're gonna greet my kids and you're gonna have respect for my kids. Like I hate when I see some of my friends, boyfriends, ignore the kids. Like my kids, like you being with me is being with my children. Like I'm not like, and then the thing is, I don't introduce anybody to my children. Like I
Mm-hmm.
am introduced my twins' dad to my children until I was 7 months pregnant. That's just how sheltered I am. But my
Mm-hmm.
kids, me and my kids is a package. So that's like one of the biggest things I always tell somebody when I'm dating. Like I try like when in a conversation you could tell when a person is going to give a fuck about you or your children. Not saying like when people say, oh, the package, they think, oh, I gotta take care of kids. No, baby, I
No.
take care of
Yeah.
my own kids. Just know my kids is gonna be here. Like we a package, nigga. We go somewhere as a family, you take your children, baby, I'm taking my four too.
Right.
So people don't realize that. Like nowadays, guys, they see the female. They ignore the kids. Like if you ain't asking me about my kids within our
Something ain't
talking stage,
right. Yeah.
Right.
I know that it won't be nothing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
No,
if you
you're
don't say
right.
how my kids doing or something, like I'm not saying check on them, but I'm just saying like if you don't mention them in the talking stage, we're not dating yet. We're talking. I know it ain't gonna work. So that's just one of my big priorities when it comes to dating, and also just the man. I can't build a bear. I'm too old for that. I
Yeah, I've been
can't.
there. I have been there.
I stopped being picky with looks because that's used to be my thing. I used to be like, man, I'm a big girl, you know what I'm saying? I can't date no other big girl. I stopped. Like I kind of I'm getting old enough where I have to like accept people's flaws because I want them to accept my flaws.
I get it. I'm like that too, especially being a single mom because it's like having to go through that breakdown. If I'm dating somebody with with no kids, it's that thing where hey, sometimes we ain't gonna be able to do nothing till after 11 o'clock. So sometimes we ain't gonna be able to do nothing till after the child is asleep. Like if you ain't comfortable with that, and if you can't rock with that, you're not the family type, that I need and things of that nature. And you also have to worry about if you have daughters or sons. If that person is crazy, a pedophile, like I'm
Hmm.
single because I be thinking about all that stuff. Like
That's my
I
main
got a little
reason too,
girl.
Asia.
Yeah, I've got a little girl, and I be trying to just really figure people out. Like, I don't know. I either watch too many shows or what, but you got to look out for that kind of stuff. Some girls don't end up talking about what they went through till they're like 18 and stuff like that. So you really
Right.
got to know if this man is not mentally ill,
Crazy.
because they can put up a front a lot, and they can fool us
A
women.
long time.
That's scary. And I've
For a long
seen
time. That's the scary
situations like
part.
that. That's the scary thing of it when, like you said, you have kids. Like it that you definitely want to know, especially like when you have little girls. You know what I mean? Like you want to definitely know this guy. Make sure he ain't no perv and shit. That's really scary. And then it's real. That's why I was like, you just gotta build that friendship, that fucking friend. That's where it comes from. You gotta really build that friendship because when you when you first talk to somebody and y'all are automatically saying, yeah, this is gonna be the person I'm thinking about dating, like that's kind of rushing it. That's why I say you should just like build like friendships should be built because you get to know that person all around. You know.
Yeah. I think even after that too, like the shit I be seeing
Yeah.
and hearing about, like, dang, you've been in a relationship for years and then you end up hearing some crazy stuff. Like you never thought this
So
person would do something like that.
so when like in the dating phase or so like y'all know we talked about dating then commitment. When do you introduce your child to the person you're dating? Do you introduce somebody to the person you're dating that you really like, or when you get committed? But I wouldn't get a
I've never
listen, I
gotten to
wouldn't get
that
in a
point
relationship.
ever, so I can't
Yeah,
even. I have no opinions on that.
I wouldn't get into a relationship though unless I know you and like you would be good with my kids. So how would that really
Right,
work
right.
though? You know what I'm saying? Because that means you're just bringing somebody around your kid that you're just dating though. So it's kind of confusing a little bit. Like when do you let someone meet your kid? Because it's gonna come to that point where oh you can't go out on that date that day because you don't have a sitter, or you can't do this, or your child's sick, but you still want to see that person. So when do you say okay you can meet my kid?
Up to me, I say never because I hate that shit. I don't know why. I always have. Like I don't even like some. I'm gonna keep it real. Like you know what I'm saying. I've never had a man meet my kids before. I'm also not dating, but I've never had a man meet my kids. I've also don't have some of my friends meet my kids because I feel like they're in a not child friendly, like you know what I'm saying, some of my homegirls. So I'm very protective when it comes to my children and their energy, so I don't bring I don't know, I can't bring everybody around my kids.
So what if you end up liking someone and you end up committing to him, and then that he meets them and they don't have a connection, but you've already fallen for him because they never met prior and you never experienced, hey, is he
Well,
good
he
with
gonna
them or
have to
not?
wait till they're 18.
Okay, so you would be in a relationship
That's what
with
my
him never
mom
meeting
did.
them.
Yeah, that's what my mom
How does
did.
that work?
I
Yeah, I want to know.
Nah, my mom really, she didn't start like really, she dated. So my mom grew up with both her parents, but she, was a single mom really. Just raised me and my brother, but we never got really introduced to people that she was dating until like it was like a long time. And if we didn't vibe with them, bye. So that's just how I was raised. So that's how I guess I would be.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
think my next question is, how long does it take for you to merge with someone? Like, because I know at this age we're thinking about marriage, so moving in together and all that stuff. So, do you just do that then see if they click, or how's it gonna work? Like, if y'all thinking about moving like together and you in love,
Well, then yeah, you gotta introduce your kids. Then I guess.
Yeah, I think it'll be better if they meet them before the commitment stage.
Yeah.
And I guess before the commitment stage, also your comfortability level with that person, and how you feel about them, and see if they will be like a good fit around your kids as well.
And then
I
do
think that.
background checks because these niggas is perverts.
That's what
That's
I
how I do.
said. And
I do
Undercover,
listen. And then
everything.
before I listen, guys be like, why you asking all these questions like you the FBI? Nigga, because I'm doing a background check on you. When your birthday, sir? What's your
Right?
first and
You
last
have every
name?
to ask every question.
What city you used to stay in before you stayed in your city? Like
got
I'm the
to
type, baby. I got to because somebody, ooh, baby, ooh.
been there.
I don't
I
even
would
like
not talk
posting my
about that
daughter
on
all
air,
the
but
time.
they put up a front, and those be the men that really wipe you off your feet, and they have history that you would
Mm-hmm.
not even know.
You
So
Yep.
got to
always do
know.
background checks and things of that nature.
Ain't
Somebody
no
said
sugarcoat.
is all this we're talking about apply to men too? Like, what do you think is worse, a baby mama or a baby daddy? I would say a baby mama because it comes with more emotions.
Worse with, like, in what way though?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
what way?
Because
Like,
me and my baby father and his girlfriend, we all have a great relationship.
was it great from the start?
Nah.
See,
It
it's an
has
over
to get
time
there.
thing.
But
Yeah.
But yeah, but
I feel like all that is determined based on how the man is introduced to the woman or vice versa. How they're introduced to the picture. If they were cheating on, you know what I'm saying? Or we were done completely and this person came along, I feel like it just depends on how the situation turned out, basically.
So even
Yeah.
if it was smooth, do you think the baby mom would still feel some type of way with about her being around the kids and stuff? Not at all.
Mm-mm.
I can tell y'all my
I would
experience.
say yes, somewhat, um, in a way. I would say yes until she gets to know who this woman is. That's when I
Yeah,
feel like
sure.
she will feel some type of comfort with her child being around.
I don't even think another woman should be around until you meet her, though.
I
Yeah.
Around your
agree.
child until you meet her.
Yeah,
My
Like
baby
I would
yeah.
father
not let
ain't
no
meet
other
no
person
fucking
around my.
body.
So do
So
you bring your
Like,
child's father around somebody you're dating before they meet your kid? That does that apply for the woman too? Like, do you let your baby daddy meet who you're talking to?
If he asks and if he wants to know, which he does, yeah. So I've been in a relationship, and this was my first relationship, like outside of like my daughter's father. So that was the first person I ever introduced her with, and like to bring her into the picture as far as introducing him to her, like I talk about her all the time. But bringing her around, I would say was probably it would probably be like I'm trying to remember exactly, but probably a few months. But another thing you got to think about too is the child's feelings and emotions in the relationship, because it may not work out, and at the end of the day, this person just got attached. This child just got attached to this person, living in a household, and now they're like heartbroken.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing you gotta think about when you bring someone around. Like you gotta make sure this person is here to stay. But as far as trusting anyone, I don't care how long I've been with you. Like
yeah.
I'm not trusting, but with like her, like his girlfriend, like I had to meet her first before like she was
That's
around.
right.
Like I had to, like I had, like I said, I need to know where you live because y'all live together. So I need the address, just in case. Like I need her phone number. I have her phone number. Like in case I can't reach him or her, like I'm calling you because y'all together. And I don't like leaving my daughter with anybody but her grandmother, her father, like my mother, like nobody. I don't even care. Like it could be cousins, like nobody. So I need to know all this stuff.
yeah.
So it is possible. It takes time though. It's not
Right.
gonna start off like that.
Right.
Like you have to, build
Right.
that relationship.
I was asking, is it the same for would it be the same for your child's father too? If you start dating someone, will he have his number? Will he be in contact with him
Oh
like that? Will
yeah,
you keep that standard? Right. So that
he
standard
has
should
to.
definitely be the same. Yeah.
Yeah, it is
That's
the same. He has to, and I would want that.
mm,
Like I would want that.
Like because my kids are young, so
mm-hmm.
I'm to that stage where I'm for the first time I want to let the twins go to New York with their father,
Oh,
and I'm going through all the addresses. Well, he gonna be they're gonna be mainly with his mom, but I'm scared. Like my other kid, I have two kids, two baby daddies, and my other I wouldn't dare let them go to Chicago. It's just no, because
Scary.
me and the wife, because he's married now, me and the wife do not get along. I've tried to get along with her. I've tried all the good stuff. We don't get along. It's so much friction. Cause I don't know, it's just so much friction. So that's
Especially
dead.
when you feel that
And
bad
I feel like,
energy.
if I let my kids go to Chicago, I feel like you're gonna run away with them.
Oh, If you
You
feel
know
that
what's
it
bad
be
funny?
like
I
that
energy,
ain't gonna lie
though.
about
yeah,
that
no,
though.
that's not.
I have
That's
Yeah,
someone
why,
that's going through that right now. He
like
hasn't
my
seen
my
two
instincts
kids in
is
forever.
like now the twins dad. That's like me and him. He cool, get the most kids, but that one,
Yeah,
I
this
feel like he
pressing
get
the
my kids,
guts.
man. He gonna skirt skirt. Hey, and
They
ooh
be doing
y'all,
that.
I'm
you
be
should
on
Right.
always
American
trust
Most
your first
Wanted.
instincts. If you feel that
Right.
bad energy,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Especially when it comes to the safety of your children, their well being, their mental, all that. You know what I'm saying. You got to trust that because we know nobody gonna treat our children better than we gonna treat our
Yeah, we
children.
do.
Yeah,
So we
no
gotta
matter
Yeah.
who
protect
it
them
is.
first.
And I feel
Right.
like if you have friction with the baby mom, there's no way possible that I can trust you with my
I
child. Like,
can.
what could you
I
do
keep
that,
telling them that.
right? Like, think about like what she could possibly do just because she want to get back at you
Yeah,
for your
people
child.
do
And so
stuff
it's like,
like that. Like
yeah,
I've
nah.
seen shows and heard cases, and yeah, I don't. Nah, fuck that.
And my children are my oldest is 7, and my other second oldest is 5, and they still young. Like I will I tell you, I got my 2 guns. I'm ready to shoot, baby. I be in Chicago doing 95 and the 30s, baby. I don't play about them.
As you shouldn't.
Jamal said, "What if the child want to go?" like with their
He
parent.
does. He does. He does. He
Yeah,
does.
but you got to think about them. The child
Yeah,
knows
but the
no
child
better.
can't make
That's
their
a
own.
situation
That's
Yeah,
where
another
they
both
don't
topic.
know any better. Like you
Yeah,
got to
that's
make that
another
decision.
topic.
Yeah, like
Once they know.
we there though. He's 7. He's like, Mom, I wanna go with dad.
But I can say one thing. When I was young, because my dad is remarried, I love my stepmother now that I'm older. Like, I absolutely love her. I see all her well being. But because my mom did not like her when I was growing up, I didn't like her. That was
Yeah.
another
That's
thing.
another thing.
She was
Yep.
Yeah.
she's a really nice woman, but my dad cheated on. That's a lot. Okay, my my
That's a lot.
dad cheated on my mom with her, so I understand her reasons
Oh,
now. You know what I mean? But it's
yeah, yeah.
like at the time, you're young. My mom's like, she better. If she do anything crazy, you call me, and I'm like, okay. Like if she got an attitude, yeah, I bet. So I would look for things, and now I see that she treated all, her children, me, everybody the same. So I was looking for kind of special treatment because I'm his daughter. You know what I mean? But now I see. So that's another thing that can happen. But I don't feed that energy. I wouldn't feed that energy to my children. But yeah.
I think like the soup I was feeling some, just like you, like we here. Um, but I feel like at a point in time you do have to have that conversation. Like it's needed for your relationship with your child or for me to get to know you. Like it has to happen. So I just decided to put my foot down and just it's gonna happen. We gonna talk. You gonna meet me. So
I'm gonna get that one day, just not today. Not
right,
tomorrow.
but
Not
don't
next week. Not
And
not this year.
it's the
Maybe.
reason you feel that way. And you're not wrong for feeling how you feel. And you
at
just gotta
all.
pray about it. You gotta definitely pray about it. And if you still feel some ill will, because I had to do that. I had to pray to God to say, if it's something in me, like my emotions that's making this not work, take it out of me and let me make a decision that's best for my child. And after you pray about it and you sincere in your prayer and you still feel like this person isn't, capable of being around your kid yet, it just is what it is. It's gonna take time, and that's okay. You're a mom first. You know what I'm saying? But I get it.
for a person who doesn't have a child and just listening to all you guys, I understand all of you, but I'm also thinking about the father's side of you right now. I just feel bad for them because I feel like most mothers just keep their children like a lot of time, like for father and child time, a lot because of the issues that they have with their baby mamas and stuff. Even though you may not like that person, but you don't know their backstory either. But I do understand like women have more intuition about energies and stuff, so like that's very understandable. I just feel bad for the child not getting to experience most things with their fathers, especially
Yeah,
in
there
today's age.
yeah, there are some women I know that keep their kids away from the fathers just out of spite, out of
Out of
anger,
sight.
out of
And the
jealousy.
only person that's hurting is the
Yeah,
kid.
that's that. Now that's stupid. Like if he called them, I'll get on the phone. Like he can go months without calling them. He called
That's
them, I
his
get on.
choice. Yeah,
I don't.
exactly.
I never. Yeah, I never like. Oh,
You
your
keep the
dad
lines
did
of
no.
communication open and
Yes,
yeah.
because my mom never did that. Like, my mom was a single mother. My mom never did that to me. Like, my mom let me see for myself. Because my dad used to call me, oh, I'm coming to pick you up. So I used to go sit on the sofa with my book bag. Like, yeah, he finna come pick me up. Nigga never came. I was like, okay. My mom used to be like, come on, baby, let's go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, I want him to see for himself.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, like, be you know how like some people I seen it myself. Like one of my friends, homegirls, I had to sit her down myself and I said, you cannot do that. Let that child have his own opinion on their father. You might feel a certain type of way, but right now that baby's brain is a sponge. He's absorbing everything. So if you say, "Oh, your dad is a fuck nigga," he's gonna like grow up. Fuck this
Thinking
nigga.
that.
This
Yeah.
nigga ain't
And
no.
not even know why for no
Right.
reason.
My son idolizes that. Mom want hair like that. Baby, whatever you want. Whatever. I keep my opinions about my children's father to myself because I never want that to. Because I seen it can
Like,
damage children.
it
It
can.
can
Mm-hmm.
damage children. Like I seen it done. Like
A
then
lot of
they
parents.
grow up spiteful. Fuck that
Mhm.
nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's because you fed that to them. Like like
Mm-hmm.
how they say racism isn't you're not born racist or you're not born hating someone makes you hate a person. All right, it just comes. You know what I'm saying? That's how I
Yeah.
look at it.
It is. And you're absolutely right on how you choose to do it and letting them experience it themselves. Because there's no point of you trying, because at the end of the day, once they get up to a certain age, they're going to want to know who this guy is or, who my mom really is, not what you're just telling me and what you just been saying all these years. But
Right.
it's definitely important to let them experience life themselves, but also protect them from like inconsistency. Because you got the ones who come in like once every year or once every couple years, and they make promises that they break and don't keep and stuff like that. You also want to protect your kids from that too. But yeah, y'all want to do question and answers,
Yeah.
Q&A?
Yeah.
That be going off, y'all.
Yes.
So if y'all have any questions about anything we talked about in the podcast, or y'all have any opinions, please share it. Let us know because
We are talking to the
we
chat. We got 40 in the
never
chat,
ignore.
y'all.
Yeah,
40
we
in
want
the
to ignore y'all comments. We was just into it. So yeah, I see it. Let me see what you
So
said.
Jamal said, but your child is going to resent you at the end of the day because you're keeping them from the other parent because you think you're keeping them safe. What you do at that point? It depends on the situation, I think. Because if you're
Yeah.
keeping your child from that other parent to protect them, like I just said, from inconsistency and like, or maybe a bad environment, or for whatever reason, I think it depends on the situation. You should have a good reason to keep your child away from the other parent. But I believe and I believe in a child, having a relationship with both parents.
Like
Like I think it's the best. If it's possible, that's the best thing for them. Like do whatever you got to do to make it work, but don't ever put yourself in a situation or put them in a situation that would, you know, end up being bad for you guys.
yeah,
Right.
sometimes you gotta take your time though. Like if you keeping them away from the parent for a certain reason, wait till that child is old enough to understand. Don't do it as a child, like when they're young, because they're not gonna understand fully. So when they
Yeah,
get like the teenagers, 15, 16, they start to ask questions because you know what I'm saying. Then you sit them down, like talking about the birds and the bees. You talk about why I did this and why I did that, why I sacrificed some things, and they'll understand.
Right, I agree with that. I think that we forget that our kids are human, so we can communicate with them. They understand a lot about us because we birthed them. So if the parent isn't safe for them, I feel like that's like a conversation you can have with your kid one on one when they are old enough. When they are old enough, Jamal. So if they begin to resent, that means they're old enough to understand what's going on. And but I do feel like at a certain age they should meet their parent. If it's not a safety issue, they should meet their parent if they're old enough to get their perspective on their parents. Because sometimes, like I read a quote that was either on Instagram or something. Just because he wasn't a good boyfriend doesn't mean he's not a good father. Just because she wasn't a good girlfriend
yeah,
doesn't mean she's not a good mother. So if it's not like you think they're gonna kill him or you know what I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah, yeah.
they when they get old enough, they should be able to meet them and decide for themselves. Some kid might come back, yeah, mama, you was right. Some kid might come back like, mom, it wasn't what I thought as bad as I thought it was. People
Hmm.
can change, people can grow. Some people don't. But
Hmm.
if they're old enough, they should make a decision. If they're young, have that talk with them if they're old enough. If they're not old enough yet, the baby's just gonna have to relax until that time.
I agree. I agree with that and add that negative perspective to already. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Wiz, he said add that negative perspective to already fragile mind because children's minds are fragile, very
Hmm.
fragile and emotional. So it's important to keep that negative perspective out.
Okay.
Kim,
Camille. What are our thoughts
And
about married couples going to the strip club? I feel like that's how they have fun. Let
yeah,
them have
I'm down with
fun.
that. Like even when I was
Okay.
in
With
relationships, I
that,
went to strip club.
I think
are
We
we
did together.
let's go, baby.
start at the strip club and we finish here? Yes,
Right.
Lord.
Like make it rain together.
Keep it
We ain't invite
spicy.
nobody back though.
Nah,
Right,
No.
no.
not no
Especially
stripper.
not around the
Oh,
strip
Not,
club.
Not no stripper. Now we can invite a millionaire to the man. But no, I say have fun. And the ways y'all want to have fun. So many couples do different things. They end up going to swinger clubs, and that's what they want to do. Let them have
That
fun. They
makes it
doing it
last.
together.
Makes it last.
Hmm.
Max said this was definitely a Judge Your Mama podcast. Thank you. Glad you
thank
enjoyed
you so
it.
much, man.
you.
He
thanks.
said he
Max,
loved it.
Okay.
Max.
So any
So when I was 15, I didn't know why my mom didn't let me see my dad, but I had to see it for myself. Yeah, you always got to see it for yourself.
How did you get
That's
to
how
see
it
it for
works.
yourself? D Money. Did you just go meet your dad without telling your mom? Was it like a secretive thing or yeah, it'd be like
You
that.
probably wait until you got to that age. My situation, I would say, was the opposite. I kept hearing like negative things, or whenever we went out, like for me as a child, going out and going to McDonald's was fun to me, or spending time at my cousins was fun to me. But coming back home and hearing, oh, that's all y'all did, or you know,
Oh.
that can really like
Who got Chico?
Who
Who got
who
Chico?
dog
big
it
ass
is?
dog.
Big ass
I'm
dog.
scared.
That dog big as hell.
Who dog is that?
That's super Pooch over there. That's super.
Nah, that's
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 Val.
Val. That's
what the
Val.
dog is that?
Val got that killer over
I seen
there.
Val's face as soon as that dog started biting. Val said,
Val don't need security in the club. She got that dog. Who's that? Rottweiler?
I was scared.
Yeah,
I
okay,
looked back.
He's over there.
I don't know why I thought it was Jada. I'm like, Jada, you got a dog?
Bitch, you know I ain't got no fucking dog. I do not have no fucking dog.
They said Cujo. Oh, attacker.
Oh, thank you so much. No questions. Great podcast, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Great convo. Enjoyed the podcast.
That's the
Thank
dog
you.
from Fun Lab. That's the dog
From
for
Fan Light.
Make sure y'all follow the YouTube channel too, because this is where that's where all the past videos will be uploaded. So make sure y'all
Right.
follow the YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
make sure
Yeah,
y'all do.
make sure y'all
Yeah.
follow YouTube. And
The
thank
link
y'all
is
for
in
coming
the chat.
out.
Thank
you for
y'all so
everyone.
much.
This was a
Before we
great
end
first
this,
episode.
we're gonna raid somebody.
Oh,
Ooh, let's
we gonna
raid.
raid. Who we gonna raid?
Okay, hold on. I gotta go. That means I gotta go to a different screen. Y'all know I'm ghetto. I don't know how to
Yeah.
do this.
We'll
Asia,
I
don't
know,
look so
we'll do it the next
disappointed
time.
in me. Asia be looking so disappointed.
No, I don't. That's just my face. Don't do that. That's just my face. No. That is
Asia
my
be
face.
like,
No, that's just my face. Stop. Hey, y'all.
Yeah, next week come by. We're gonna be here 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to whenever we stop. It's gonna get juicy and juicy. This is our first
if y'all got some
episode.
subjects, y'all can hit us up in our DMs or something that you want us to like talk about.
Yeah. We are open to talking about anything because it's like it's 6 different perspectives on life or whatever. We talk about anything. We talk about the nasty. We can talk about the good stuff. We can talk about the bad stuff.
It's gonna say starting soon, but we already started, and I need to take off this eyelash. Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Peace.
It's time. Okay. It's time. All right. It's time. Stone. Killer. It's time. Yeah. Shit, oh wait. It's time. All right, look. Let me explain who I'm an audience. I put nothing less but my all in it. That water you got, watch me dive in it. Ooh, I fuck with the real ones, no charlatans. This the wave that I started in. Stone, give my phone. Let's go live so they can watch us bone. Then she fast that like. Let me get back, right. This my swag, like. Ooh, ass fat, like. Watch me bagpipe. Beat that silly. With a knock like this, I'm on your block like this. Feel it when I go to mirror. Feel it and I move. Rose don't pee at it. Fanatic, mathematics, erratic, combatic. Oh Lord, I go hard. Rolling Stone, a Jersey guard. It's time. Switch you on it, right?
Yeah. AP. They ain't been this wavy in a while. You heard? Killer. Yeah. It's time to remind why I am a star. What do you know about Club Zanzibar? Slow lights, two-step, grip on her hip like a handlebar. Who next? Jump in, let me talk. Sexy walk. The way you was hitting that dance, body bag, get the chalk. Get down like, this is what the fuck drill sound like. And this is what a unicorn look like. One leg, get back, get your foot right. Get light, get litty. Baltimore to Brick City. You keep on fucking around, I'm gonna get my Simmons. It's Killer Kurt Cobain, 151 Fever Gang. Cool riddles and secrets inside. We My foot in the ass of a lane. Oh Lord, go hard. Killer Kirk, a Jersey guard.
It's time. 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 It's time.